So, hello there again. I'm in at the third temple for the day, which is Wat Prasi Sampet. And yep, so this is how it looks like as you walk in. Um, so, there are three, I think, main differences between visiting temples in Angkor Wat and visiting temples in Ayutthaya. So, if you're a temple fan, this might help. The first difference is in Angkor, it's one archaeological park. It's an entire park where you can visit all the temples in it, okay? And what you do is you have to pay for a pass, right? And this pass is time limited, so it's either 1 day, 3 days, or 5 days, if I'm not mistaken, because I haven't been back for a while. And within this time frame, you can visit all the temples that you want. In Ayutthaya, every single temple complex like this one is actually a separate attraction. Yeah, so it's walled in, and each of them have a ticket counter. So you go in, you pay. So how much you pay, it depends on the number of temples that you actually visit. The price is 10 baht if you're Thai and 50 baht if you're a foreigner, which is basically very, very fair, right? Like 50 baht to upkeep this, for us to look at this. Damn, that's what? 120 US? $1.20? Yeah, man. So, anyways, so the second difference, key difference that I see between Angkor Wat and Ayutthaya is the distance. So, the location. So Ayutthaya is the old part of Ayutthaya, the ancient part, which is on the island bordered by three rivers, is actually within Ayutthaya itself, present day Ayutthaya. So you can actually, you can stay in a hotel or a guest house or whatever. That's literally walking distance to the historical park, and there are restaurants and cafes all around, right outside the park. So it's easy to access to. And if you're staying in a hotel or a guest house, you can rent a bicycle and just cycle to the historical park. I paid 50 baht to rent a bicycle for 1 day, which is a damn good price, man. It's really worth it. So, and there are two categories of temples, I think, within Ayutthaya, distance-wise. One which is within the park and is quite accessible. You can still cycle around it and go to different temples. Like this is the third temple, and I cycled here past one of the parks, and it's like a beautiful lotus pond, right? So, yeah. And the second category are slightly out. It's a bit further away, so it makes sense to basically get a tuk-tuk to get there and come back, right? So, two categories of temples. In Angkor Wat, the nearest place, the nearest town, major town, the city, where the doorway to Angkor Wat is actually Siem Reap, and Siem Reap is about 6 kilometers away. So from Angkor, so most of the time it just makes sense for you to get a tuk-tuk, get up early in the morning, because what they do is they'll pick you up from your hotel, take you to a ticket counter, and then take you to the temples for the whole day. Okay, there are two circuits in Angkor Wat. The minor and major, small and big circuit, whatever, right? So you can do a circuit a day, and then they'll bring you back, and it gets too hot, and then the next day you can go again, the same thing, and you look at different temples. So alternatively, you can also rent a motorbike or a bicycle and get there on your own, right? Go to the ticket counter, get your own tickets, and then go. So I cycled to the temples twice, and the total distance is about 6 kilometers in to reach Angkor Wat from Siem Reap. And then within the loop, inside the archaeological park, maybe about another 5 to 6, 7 kilometers, depending on how many temples you want to see, and then another 6 kilometers back. So be prepared to cycle about 20 kilometers. Of course, it's much easier if you have a motorbike, but yeah, cycling rocks, man. So that's the second difference between Ayutthaya, visiting temples in Ayutthaya, and visiting the temples in Angkor Wat. The third difference, okay, between Ayutthaya and Angkor is pricing. So, Ayutthaya temples are charged per entry, per attraction, per temple, right? So, as foreigners, you pay 50 baht and per entry, and you can buy a 6 temple pass for 220 baht. So that comes up to maybe, how much is that? How much is that? Oh God, how much is 220 baht? Maybe about $5, $6, $6 for 6 temples. So yeah, and if you want to go more, every temple you pay $1.20, 50 baht, to get into the temples. So, and there's no time restriction. It's just per entry. You get in at 8 and you get out before 6:30. So that's what you pay for, right? Angkor, however, is significantly pricier compared to Ayutthaya, because Angkor, being an archaeological park, that all the temples are accessible regardless of whether you visit one temple or 5 temples, and there are no like compounds dividing them. You get 3 choices, okay? A 1-day pass, a 3-day pass, or a 7-day pass. A 1-day pass is $37. A 3-day pass is $62, and a 7-day pass is $72. As you can see, between the prices to visit the temples in Angkor and the prices in Ayutthaya, it's like quite a big difference, right? So be prepared for it. And I guess the other thing is, in Cambodia, in Siem Reap, everything is conducted in US dollars, whereas over here in Thailand, in Ayutthaya, is in baht. And although everyone talks about Siem Reap, it's like 50-cent beer, 50-cent beer, which is true, okay? But generally, the meals are, $1, $2, $3 American dollars. So they can be slightly, and I found it to be they can be slightly pricier than in Thailand when you convert it this way. Yeah, but, well, that's just me. Maybe the prices are different right now. So anyways, that's the top 3 differences between visiting the temples in Angkor Wat and visiting the temples here in Ayutthaya. This is War Baby. I'll see you later.